Yeah, good afternoon. This is Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 3rd of July, 2021. This is my weekly analysis video where I look at all the Forex pairs I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence methods from my books, which are the second and third books, and you can see in the picture right there. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, thanks for watching. Can you do us a favour? If you do like the video, can you please hit the subscribe button or at least hit the like button? That'd be greatly appreciated. Get more people to the channel and have a look at these videos. I know they're not the most exciting videos on the planet, as I say every week, but they get to the point and we get things done. Let's have a look. So, first up, I hope everyone's weekend's going well. Very boring here, still in lockdown. I'm in Vietnam, so they take it very seriously, this COVID stuff. So let's have a look at the news ahead. For the week ahead, this is just the Forex Factory Economic Calendar. It's a free tool. You just got to sign up and it's free. It's the good thing about it, you can set up filters to suit you what you want and you can put it in your local time. So this is all local time for me, which just makes life a lot simpler. I'm only really interested in the high impact, which is the red marked events. So not really much happening. OPEC meetings on Monday. Tuesday is probably a biggie. Australian interest rate news, the cash rate there, and Royal Bank of Australia rate statement. And the Governor Lowe speaks after the event. So that's a big one, could have an effect on the Aussie dollar. ISM services, PMI out of the US, also on Tuesday. Wednesday, boring. Thursday, FOMC meeting minutes. Generally, they don't move the market too much. Talking head. Friday, talking head out of the UK. And also Canadian employment or unemployment numbers can have an effect on the Canadian dollar. So just be careful. So mainly the Aussie interest rates and Canadian employment numbers up next week in the news. All right, so before we go onto the charts, I'll just bring up this Word document. Now you can pause the video and take a screenshot of this or just read it. It just explains what all the different indicators are on my charts, what all the different coloured lines are, etc. I normally go through the charts individually and explain what's going on anyway, but you may want to have read this just to give an idea what they all mean, a bit of a heads up. I appreciate that not everyone, English is not everyone's first language, so you can slow videos down, pause the videos. You'll see I write lots of notes on the actual charts with my trading thoughts, etc. So you won't die wondering. So let's go to the actual charts. Just got to find them. There we are. Now this is TradingView. I use TradingView for all my analysis. Just makes life a little bit easier. And I trade off MT4, MT5 generally, but I like TradingView for analysis. And there's one other thing I'll show you when we get to one of the trades. This is my watch list on the right. These are all the pairs I'm looking at. Now this is my new watch list. If you've been with me for a while or followed me for a while, you'll know that I had another watch list. It was a lot smaller. This one is a lot larger, and the old one I was doing a lot of hedging and stuff. This one is all more traditional trading. Like for example, this is an Oz Swiss. Like there's a sell trade here. With a stop and play, simple as that. There's no hedging, no multiple trades unless I've just happen to have two individual trades on. So you'll see my notes. If they're not highlighted, the pairs, that means there's no trades on, which is not many at the moment. If they're highlighted in blue, either dark blue or the light blue, means I've got trades on them. If they're highlighted in this pinky colour, means I've got some other EA or something attached to them. I'm doing something on another platform. If they're in yellow, like the Euro Swiss and the Pound Swiss here, means I'm going to talk to you about something that's happening on Monday, new trade setups. So that's all my watch list on the right. We'll start with Oz Swiss. Like I said, always put the title, what it is, it's a daily chart, and what the trade is, the date it was taken, and the reasons why. Suggested stop loss is red dotted line, so sells are in red, obviously. Buys are in blue, I think, blue. Blue or green? Blue. So, yeah. So you can read my notes. Like I said, just pause the video and read it. But basically, this is a sell based on hidden bearish divergence here, lower highs on price and higher highs on the MACD Platinum, which is an oscillator. Remember, with the MACD Platinum, we're looking to sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. The zero level is this grey dotted line. So buy when it's below, sell when it's above. So here we have a sell, a sideways market. This blue line just represents a support level. That's normally support or resistance or a trend line. So it's the Oz Swiss in a sell a few days ago, going nowhere fast, suggested stop up here. Oz Japanese yen in a buy trade from a few days back, suggested stop down here in a sideways market, as you can see. Now, it went against me a few days, came down, didn't go anywhere near the stop, and it's popping up again. I've drawn this trend line across the highs here. If it pops through there, you could look at taking another buy, but we're probably still close to the entry level anyway, so it's probably not worth it. Again, read the notes. You'll get sick of me saying that. So that's a buy there, stop there. You could probably look at bringing the stop up even below this low here, but the MACD Platinum's still below the zero level, so no rush at the moment. Aussie New Zealand in a sell from a few days back. It's just meandered down slowly. I've already moved my stop down to this level here. It was above this highs here, but this sell is coming down. MACD Platinum through the zero level, so straight away I'm taking some action, closing half, bringing my stop in, just tightening up the risk. So that's a sell on the Aussie New Zealand. Aussie USD, a buy signal a while ago, and you could probably, if I just move this trend line out of the way, it came very close to the stop. You can see price came down Friday just before the NFP numbers and popped up nicely. Again, I've drawn this trend line across the highs here. If it breaks that trend line, close above it, you can look at adding to another buy. There is a bit of regular bullish divergence here, just tight on the, you can see prices headed down lower and the MACD Platinum's up higher. So we're just below the entry level now, so it might not be worth taking the second position. CAD Swiss, we're in a buy, already tightened this up. We got a red dot on the MACD Platinum. As soon as the MACD Platinum goes through the zero level, you want to start tightening up your trades. Then we got a red dot on the MACD Platinum above the zero level, which is another, and we're at this previous high, so close half if you're in a multiple trade position and just bring your stop up below the recent low. It's going nowhere fast, bit of a sideways. You can see these highs here. CAD Yen, a buy back here. The initial stop was down here below the lows. I would have moved it up now on Friday below this low here. We see price went up a little bit, fell down, and the last few days it's pushed up higher, now above the entry level. Might as well bring the stop up underneath that fractal there, that low there. So that's the CAD Yen. Swiss franc Japanese yen, another buy. Very similar, a lot of these pairs here. It came down close to my stop. My initial stop was down here. The stop's been moved up again below this low as it pushes up towards the entry level again. MACD Platinum's still a long way below the zero level, so that's fine. Euro Aussie, not going very well at all. Took a buy in here on this blue line. The buy's here, it's popped up. I knew this, well, I had a feeling that resistance level is going to be a problem. I think I made mention of that. Sideways did to break that previous high yet to convince me. As I said, read the notes there. It's a bit of a lot of sideways action here in this pair, and after the non-farm payrolls, it's just gone the wrong way. Suggested stops below the low here, going nowhere fast. Euro CAD, sell trade. The initial stop was above this highs here. I would have brought it down now above this high here. It's broken through this previous low, or looks like it's heading that way. We've got a new red dot on the MACD Platinum above the zero level, so it's hopefully pushing down a bit lower. So the stop's been moved down. Euro CAD. Euro Swiss. Right, this is highlighted in yellow, so things are happening. Right, it wasn't this buy. You can read the notes for the buy. So the buy has gone up, gone up, gone up, gone up. It's got to this level sort of up here, this previous high, MACD Platinum through the zero level. things were tightened up, and I brought the stop right up into here on Friday. Non-farm payrolls drove this pair down through the stop. It's now created a new sell signal there. See, this is the difference between TradingView and MT4, MT5. On a Friday, TradingView will paint the QMP filter or the MACD Platinum dot if they're on the same candle, different candle, sorry. Whereas MT4, MT5, that won't paint until you open on Monday morning. So it'll paint the same place, but just won't do it. So on Friday, or after market closes on TradingView, I know what's coming up on Monday. So there's going to be a sell trade. That buy trade, remaining buy, is stopped out, so that buy trade will be no longer in play. And this new sell trade on Monday, as long as the market opens pretty close to where it is, we've got hidden bearish divergence, but higher highs on the MACD Platinum and lower highs on the price. So that's the MAs are all tightening up, so it's a good sell signal. Take the sell on Monday. Stop will be above the highs here somewhere, just up here in this area somewhere. Euro pound. We're in a buy here. Really didn't break this trend line. I drew across the lows here. Popped up, but then on Friday come down. So in the meantime, I'd moved the stop up below this. We had this, it's a bit hard to see, but that third last candle was bearish. And Thursday was a nice bullish candle back up past the entry. MACD Platinum through the zero level. You would have closed half your position, put your stop up nice and tight. Friday, we saw non-farm payrolls. This thing's big bearish candle. Euro yen. We're in a buy in here. Like a lot of pairs, came against me and it's popped back up. My initial stop was down here somewhere. I would have moved it up once we got these couple of bullish candles here. But then NFP again has driven us down. So MACD Platinum still above the well below the zero level, which is good. But yeah, you have to reduce the risk there. Euro New Zealand, there's a sell here. It's gone up. The stop was above here initially. I brought the stop down into this level in here. We had this nice big, we had a bullish candle up, bearish candle, nothing candle, then on Friday bang down. So you would bring your stop down a lot tighter, close to the entry. Good thing is it's got a new red dot on the MACD Platinum, even though it's below the zero level, just tells you it's probably still had more potential to the downside. Euro USD. Now this may have been stopped out. That's where my initial stop was. The entry was here. It's just ground its way down, lower lows on price. It came within 2 pips of where my stop is. I had a look at it before I did the video, and the low on that candle, 2 pips. So you can see 118.055, and if I go across the low there, if you look up in this area here, when I go across it, you'll see the low is 18075, so with 2 pips exactly. Now whether that stopped you out, I don't know, but either the stop's held or you may have been stopped out. The good thing is this was initially based on hidden bullish divergence here. Now we've got regular bullish divergence. So we've got 2 divergences. You could probably draw a trend line through here. You know, it's up to you if you wanted to have another, possibly look at taking another entry with basic trend line. So through here somewhere. Thought it drew one already, but obviously not. Not an exact science, but you know, you get what I mean. Here's your high, pops through here, close above. You might look at taking a second buy. MACD Platinum's still a long way below the zero level, so it's not a bad sort of setup. Pound Aussie. Where are we at? Ignore this spike here. You can see I've written some notes. These charts are on Oanda. I've checked the other brokers, and this spike wasn't there on FXCM and the other ones, so it's just an Oanda thing. So I'm just ignoring that one, looking at my trend lines, etc. But anyway, I took a buy on the blue here, and Thursday went against me a little bit, and Friday NFP numbers pushed it down again. So I suggested stop down here. It's all a bit sideways, but pound CAD in a sell back here. It's going down, then pull back up and come back down because it's come down and back up and down again. Stop's been brought down here. MACD Platinum's pretty close to the 0 level, so you'd be closing half anyway and bringing down that stop. It's all right. There's the entry, so we're going all right there. Pound Swiss, highlighted in yellow. All right. So we took a buy in here. This thing's been in the range. Have a look at this. You know, like bounced around this between the blue lines. Popped up. Thought we'd break through. It didn't last long. One day and it closed below. Then popped back up again. We're already through the 0 level. We've got a red dot on the MACD Platinum above the 0 level. You would have closed half of this, and I've tightened the stop right up. Now, Monday, we've got a sell signal. Now, you can probably extend this a bit and think, well, we're going to break that line. Who knows? It's the MAs is technically up, so it'd be a high-risk trade. You put your stop above the highs here, but it'd be worth taking it because eventually it's range bound. So eventually you'd think it'd break out of the range. MACD Platinum's probably not far enough away from the 0 level to get really excited. So it'd be a low percentage trade. So you might, instead of if you normally risk 2% on a trade, you might only risk, say, 1% or something like that. Stop and play, so above the highs. Try and bring it at least down to this blue line to the lows here. So on Monday, and you'd probably close that buy too. Close the buy, the remaining buy, and take the sell. Pound yen, what are we in here? Buy, going nowhere fast, come down, pull up, going nowhere. MACD Platinum's still a long way below the 0 level. Yeah, just going nowhere. Now remember, all these trades I call in the Facebook group at the time, which also get called in the Telegram channel. So everyone's more than welcome to join those channels or those groups. They get called. I take the trade, basically call it straight away. It's not after the fact. It's not hindsight trading. It is live. And I also take a screenshot of every trade I take, and I put those screenshots in a shared folder. Everyone's got access to them if you want them. There's over 1,000, I think there'd be 1,500 charts in there roughly, and that's on the daily time frame. So there's no lack of chart examples or trade examples. Pound New Zealand, sell here, went down. As soon as you sort of come down to the MAs here, high risk trade, you'd be closing half, bringing your stop down. Pop back up, not touch the stop, and come back down again. You know, definitely bring your stop above this high here. It's just a high risk trade against the trend. The MAs are starting to spread to the upside, and you're taking a sell trade. So yeah. Pound USD, very similar to the Euro USD. Started off with hidden bullish divergence. Now we appear to have regular bullish divergence. This didn't come down to the stop. It came close, but it's fair distance there. There's no doubt that one wasn't touched. And it's popped up. The US a lot weaker as a result of the non-farm payroll numbers. So this has popped up nicely. Now, again, I've drawn this trend line across the highs. If you take a break of that, there's a fair distance to the entry. You might look at taking a second trade if you wanted to. If you just add to it and see if you can go. Got this high up here. Yeah, it's not a bad setup. But generally, it looks like it's rolling over to the downside, but we'll see. New Zealand CAD. In a sell back here on Thursday. My concern was this level here. Hasn't broken it. Going nowhere fast. Suggested stop there. Again, read the notes there. MACD Platinum's just above the 0 level. Not a great setup, but it was worth a shot. The trend's down. You can see the MAs are spreading to the downside. Ideally, I'd like to see price come back into at least the 50 EMA before rolling over, and you'd want to see this low here broken convincingly. You can see how she's poked through a few times and nothing convincing there. New Zealand Japanese yen buy trade went initially in my favour, then back down and up again. Look, you could probably bring the stop up here. That's probably the smart thing to do. Below that most recent low, still a bit of distance on the MACD Platinum. But yeah, bring it up there. Now it's heading in the right direction. Yeah, hopefully it'll continue on up there. New Zealand USD. Like a lot of similar patterns. Took the buy here. It's gone in my favour. A few days, then back down. And non-farm payrolls just pushed it up again with weakness in the US dollar. Didn't break this support level here. Stop's still down here. MACD Platinum still below the 0 level. So at least we're heading in the right direction. You see green lines like this, green dash line, is just a big number, which is a 70-cent level on the New Zealand, which is a big round number on that pair. Let's just scroll the watch list down a bit. USD CAD, highlighted in yellow, means I'm going to do something on Monday. There it is, a big, fat, juicy sell trade. Got a nice little double top here, or a resistance level. We've got this hidden bearish divergence, lower highs on price and higher highs on the MACD platinum. It's a little bit tricky to see, but that's the actual high there. Remember, the red dots are the highs generally. So close to it, there's that high, sort of that one in there, and there's your next one here. Even if it was that one, it's still the same result, still divergence. So we've got hidden bearish divergence, and we've got this little double top here. Prices come back. MACD platinum's heading down. You could say that's regular bearish divergence also there. And MACD's going to head down towards zero level, take the sell on Monday. USD, Swiss franc, now with the US being the base currency, you can see how the US is weak as a result of the non-farm payroll numbers or employment numbers from the US on Friday. Similar to the USD CAD, sell signal on Monday. Initial hidden bearish divergence, you can see it there, similar, very similar, followed by now regular bearish divergence. MAs are all tight and flat. MACD platinum's a fair way above the zero level, so definitely taking a sell there. USD, Mexican peso. It was a sell trade back here. I'd already called, probably closed half, and it reached this low here, and it stayed on that low for a few days, so you had plenty of opportunity. If it hadn't broke through here, take half, bring the stop down. I initially put it above the entry level, but then it's popped up for a couple of days, Thursday, and non-farm payrolls, and it's back down, heading down again. So stop is inside the entry, and I've started to draw these potential bullish divergence lines. At the moment, they're only possible or potential until they're actually confirmed with a QMP filter dot. I just keep on adjusting them every day, and if I keep on adjusting it down like that, it's no longer valid. Just delete it. So that's the USD Mexican peso, USD Norwegian kroner, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, Norwegian krone. It was a sell trade, tough pair to trade. I made notes of these. The Mexican peso, krone, TRY, the Turkish lira, USD, South African rand. They're all sort of volatile pairs to trade. Not pairs I normally trade, but I just put them on the charts to show you can trade the exotics also. So it was a sell signal here. Initially went in my favour, then popped up, back up to this previous resistance high here. And Friday we had the non-farm payrolls. And it's coming back down towards my entry level again. Stop still up there. MACD platinum still above the zero level, so still in sell mode. USD Singapore dollar. Now this is a sell here, nice area of resistance up here. MACD platinum's a long way above the zero level, which I like. So it's like an extreme. The further away it is from the zero level, the better. But it's gone against me up towards my stop, and as from Friday, it's pulled back down below this level in here. So I didn't take out my stop. Now we've got higher highs on price and lower highs on the MACD platinum, so there's now regular bearish divergence forming there. Again, draw this trend line across the lows here, get a break of that, you can look at adding to that sell position if you wished. USD, Turkish lira, it's a sell up here, got this little support resistance level up here, stops above that. It's a very volatile pair, it's not one I trade normally. Just got to be careful. The MACD is all it was a high risk trade. Look, we've taken a sell. Look at the MA spreading to the upside. You know, that's the 50 to 100 EMA and the 240 LMA. Keep it all tight. MACD platinum's basically going sideways. You ideally want to see it up and below, not this flat sort of rubbish. But it was a sell trade. USD, South African rand. Sell in here. Again, it's gone against me pretty well straight away, up towards the stop loss, and it's rolled over on Friday. It's after the news. Started with hidden bearish divergence here initially, and it's followed by now regular bearish divergence. So it's a 1-2 on the divergences. So it's heading back towards my entry level. Again, you could have drawn a trend line through here and taken an extra trade if you wanted to, but especially when the MACD platinum's so far from the zero level. Right, XAU, USD, gold. There's gold in them hills. Buy signal here. Again, double whammy on the divergence. Hidden bullish divergence followed by regular bullish divergence. Buy there. Recommend a stop there. It's gold. It's very tight. The MAs are very tight. Again, read the notes if you wish. MACD platinum's a long way below the zero level. That's what I want to see. It gives you more wiggle room to the upside. You probably find too from about here to that high back to there. I reckon that'll be about the 61.8 sort of level or close to it. So that's a natural sort of retracement. Next one, silver. Remember, silver and gold very correlated at times. They tend to move together a lot of the times. New buy signal on silver, and yeah, it popped up nicely. You can see the divergence there. Hidden bullish divergence suggests a stop loss. Really need to break this previous high. What else we got? One more Bitcoin against USD, so we can bring that up. My last signal was this sell. You've got a buy signal here. Now, it's not a valid buy signal because the MACD platinum's above the zero level, but you could make an argument that it is a buy signal based on this support level across here. Look, this is a volatile pair to trade. It's not something I would trade. I don't trade it. I do have an interest in Bitcoin, but it's not from a trading point of view. It's more of a long-term hold sort of view. So with this buy signal here, and you're on a sell, you probably just close that sell, and wait for it, or bring a stop. We had that high, and we've had a few bearish days since then. You know, if you do want to close it, so you want to you're still in sell mode because the MACD platinum's still above the zero level. You can just tighten it right up, bring that stop in now. So that'll be our plan of attack. We'll stay on the trade, but generally, if I get an opposite signal, buy signal, even though it's not valid, I will close the trade, and eventually you'll get another sell signal. And you see, we've already got a red dot on the MACD platinum. It's only a matter of time before we get a red QMP filter dot. So that's all the pairs. That's the watch list. So that's 28 minutes. Yeah, so again, read that Word document. I'll bring it back up in case you're wondering what some of the colours were, the lines meant, and what the indicators are. Have a read of that. Pause the video. Like I said, all these trades are recorded, and I post them every time a signal presents. So all those 4 new trades on Monday, what'll happen, I'll get up at 6 a.m. I rip through my watch list. I confirm that those 4 entries are valid, like it hasn't gapped open on the Monday ridiculous amount. So I'll take the trades, I'll call them in the Facebook group, then I'll go back to the charts and prepare the screenshots, then post the screenshots after. So I always call the trades first, then follow up with the screenshots. So I do that every day. So that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Stay safe wherever you are. Thanks to all those people who have joined any of the groups or subscribed to the channel, etc. It's always appreciated. Have fun, and hopefully we can make some pips next week. Cheers.